Rosebud in a game that was pretty close until the final quarter. Center Point comes out with a 49-25 win, but it was much closer than that. So if you compare scores, Center Point has 2 victories over Ashdown of about 5 points apiece, 10 points, and then Center Point beat Rosebud by 14 points, 49-25. Also, Ashdown has a 40-36 win over Lakeside. That's Lake Village. And we saw yesterday Mountain View defeated Lakeside by a score of 57-41. To kind of put things into perspective, the Yellow Jackets have played Mountain View 3 times this year. We know how good they are. And so, but Ashdown comes into this one off a loss to Center Point on Saturday night in that regional finals, 48-25. Clinton comes in on a win on Saturday morning at Manila in the third place game when they defeated Rosebud 55-42. Had an outstanding game there as they took control in the second quarter and then pushed the lead out in the second half. Ended up winning that score of 55-42. How did the Yellow Jackets get here? Well, they defeated Walnut Ridge 67-54 in the opening round of the regional tournament at Manila before falling 66-33 in the semifinals to Mountain View. And so Lakeside, as we mentioned earlier, or Ashdown, as we mentioned earlier, lost to Center Point in the regional finals there. First trip of the state tournament for the Lady Yellow Jackets since 2011. And we mentioned the first trip for both the boys and the girls in the same year since 1984. Ashdown features Senior Layton Ball Club. They'll be featured Blair Gentry. She's a 6'2 senior. Also, we'll see Von A. Thompson, a 5'10 senior, as well as Aaliyah Hill, also a 5'10 senior. So they are big across the board. The Yellow Jackets are probably going to look to press tonight, try to force the tempo up, and maybe try to create some turnovers. The Yellow Jackets, on the other hand, not a veteran ball club, largely made up of sophomores and juniors as they come into this game. And we saw last week, they kind of had to get their feet under them in that first game at Manila when they took on Walnut Ridge, trailed 17-5 before really roaring back in the second quarter and then win going away in the second half. Hopefully here at Yellow Jacket Arena, those jitters are out. They're playing in the home surroundings. They got to sleep in their own bed. And they had practice this morning, had a good shoot-around, and they are hoping for a big win tonight. And the Lady Yellow Jackets, just being around them, they feel really confident and relaxed, and we're just moments away from this one. Fans still filing in here at the arena. I'm Mike Hawley along with Ryan Jones and Huey Moran. Jeff Hall will join us before this one's over. And we will take one final break before we come back for action. You're listening to Lady Yellow Jacket State Tournament action on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community.
This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
And we're back at Yellow Jacket Arena. Introductions are taking place. The lights are off. The spotlight is on. And we are just moments away from state tournament action for the Clinton Lady Yellow Jackets. Jeff Hall has entered the building, a lot like Elvis, and he is here. Fans taking their seats, and students are in abundance today down in the south end zone. Yellow Jackets will be... They are the visiting team by way of being the number 3 seed. Ashdown's the number 2. But the Yellow Jackets, just to try to make things more normal, the Yellow Jackets will be sitting on their home bench, and they'll be the home team on the scoreboard, but they will be wearing their black road uniforms today, trimmed in gold. And Ashdown will be in their white uniforms, trimmed in purple and gold. These two schools have met one other time, and it was on the football field back in 2010. The Clinton Yellow Jackets had won a conference championship and went 9-1 in the regular season, but lost to the Ashdown Panthers in round 2 of the state playoffs. A game, if you remember, tremendous athletes on Ashdown's side. The Yellow Jackets were shell-shocked the first half, fell down by 3 touchdowns, and then came back, and roaring back in the fourth quarter. And a final, I believe, about an 85-yard drive. The Yellow Jackets, in less than 2 minutes, drove the length of the field and got a couple of passes into the end zone before the clock ran out. And Ashdown got out of town with a victory. But that's the only 2 times out in our time that these two high schools have met. It was on the football field. Today it's ladies basketball, as the Lady Yellow Jackets and the Ashdown Lady Panthers are set to tip it off here at Yellow Jacket Arena. Smoke still filtering through the building as the teams ran through a smoke tunnel, and we are ready for action. And the ball is in the air. We're underway. Kylie Laster controls it to Haven Stovefoos. Reese McDonald, Lacey Bell McJunkins, and her sister Katie Bell McJunkins on the floor for the Lady Yellow Jackets. It's 3 sophomores, 2 seniors starting for the Yellow Jackets.
And it'll be Haven Stovefoos, the basketball on the side. Basketball behind the 3-point line. Lacey Bell McJunkins will back up. And look at this Ashdown defense. Ashdown dressed in white. Trimmed a little bit of purple and yellow. Lady Yellow Jackets in black. Trimmed in gold. Ball out of bounds. Keep it with Yellow Jackets just in front of that big student section. Get turned up just a little bit.
There you go.
Inbound the ball. Swing it back from McJunkins into Kylie Laster. She's going to spin at the post on the block. Shot won't go. Tips out the rebound. Able to get it to a teammate as Lacey Bell McJunkins runs down the basketball. Quickly into the corner. Reese McDonald for 3. It's up and in. The first points of the ball game. A 3-point field goal by the sophomore Reese McDonald.
Full court pressure. That's the game plan today. Try to force Ashdown into turnovers.
And quickly Ashdown answers with a 2-pointer. Opening minute of play, 3-2, Yellow Jackets lead.
They really have 3 really good players, and Blair Gentry, a 6'2 senior, Vonnae Thompson, a 5'10 senior, and Aaliyah Hill, we just saw a score there, a 5'10 senior. Maybe the tallest overall team we've seen all year. And Laster's shots blocked by Gentry right there. We've seen individual tall players, but not 3 at the same time. Yellow Jackets opening a man-to-man.
Bounce pass, down low, post move, shot off the glass, won't go. Off Laster's hands, out of bounds. Boy, Kylie Laster, she had a good regional tournament run. So strong inside, rebounding, catching the ball at times, scoring inside. And she's only a sophomore, but she really looked good and asserted herself last week. Shot up by Ashdown, won't go. Long rebound, though, controlled by the Pirates. Turn me up a little bit there. There we go. And but Clinton comes away with the basketball, the lead and the ball. It's Katie McJunkins down the floor, keeps her dribble, gets to the left hand. She'll drive, ball stripped low, but a foul called on Ashdown. And that will be their second foul of the ball game, and that will send Katie McJunkins to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Clinton would like this to be an up and down game. So far, the tempo's pretty high, but the Yellow Jackets think that they can turn them over with the press. I hope to get easy baskets off that. And that time you said the Yellow Jackets quickly got to the basket, and Katie drew the foul.
She gets the first free throw. She'll have a second opportunity.
Full court pressure. And
Now
there's the steal.
Lacey Bell McJunkins has it. She'll spin back to McDonald. Kind of a runner off the glass. Won't go. Rebound. Ashdown. Pressure. Haven Stolzfus steals it. Dishes it back and picked off by Ashdown. So a lot of defense here early. Going to drive down the right side of the floor in front of Coach Matthew Post. Kick out into the corner. Drive the baseline. Laster waiting. Blocks the shot into the hands of Katie McJunkins. Now Clinton has the numbers. Katie with it. Reese ahead of her. Reese will step out in the corner. Pass back to Haven Stolzfus. Her three is up. It won't go. Rebound off the hands and controlled by Ashdown.
Jackets lead 5-2, but more importantly, the game is being played the way Clinton would like to play it.
Like to get up and down the floor, get in transition, create points off turnovers in the defense. Pass inside, nice assist, good catch, off the glass, good. 2 points for Ashdown, 5-4, the Yellow Jacket lead.
Vonnie Thompson running off a screen to the top, and that's kind of a lob pass for a layup. Tough to defend at 5'10".
Ball goes out of bounds. And a turnover by the Yellow Jackets. Back to Ashdown. 5:02 remaining in the opening quarter. Thanks, there. Substitution, Sydney Standridge into the ball game as Kylie Laster will get a breather. Standridge, a sophomore.
It's kind of thing that, talking to the coaching staff, that they kind of do with Kylie. If she gets off to a slow start, come out, reset, and then come back in. Jackets with extreme pressure. There's no safety as they're pushing the pressure all the way to the baseline.
Ball knocked away, now stolen away. Lacey Bell McJunkins will square for a three. It's off the glass, out of bounds, and belongs to Ashdown. So this full court press causing the Pirates some trouble, trying to get the ball up the floor. Another turnover. Yellow Jackets unable to capitalize with points on that occasion, but still lead 5-4. Dribble away from the double team, racing down the floor, down the right side, into the lane. Couple defenders, repositions, gets the shot off, and it's good. Ashdown takes their first lead of the ball game, 6-5.
Portia Randall, her first basket of the game.
Into the corner, quick catch and shoot by Reese McDonald. Her three-point attempt, though, off the back of the rim. Clinton with a long rebound. They'll reset. 4 players behind the three-point line. Sydney Standridge comes up to the free throw line. Ball out of bounds. A double dribble.
Yellow Jackets looking like they did early at that game in Manila on day one when they made some just really unforced errors until they got the kind of the jitters out and got going. But that day they fell behind 17-5.
Ashdown across midcourt. Lacey Bell McJunkins defending. Man-to-man defense. Drive the baseline. Double team cuts her off. In front of the Yellow Jacket bench now. Stolzfus defending. Coach Matthew Post on his feet. Assistant Coach Tammy Johnson. Bounce pass. Post. Move. Right side. Shot up. Won't go. Left side. Rebound. Toss it back into the middle. Ashdown recovers. 3:45 first quarter. Pirates leading 6-5. Shot up just behind the free throw line. Won't go. Standridge for the rebound. She's fouled from behind. And that'll go against the post for Ashdown. That is going to go against Gentry. That's her first of the ball game, the team's third.
Actually, I'm playing that zone with that Well, check that. They got to switch over to the man-to-man now.
Maybe Solsus thought about a three. Now she'll drive, dish it out to Standridge. Her jumper from the right side, good. Kind of what they call the mid-range jumper. That's about 12, 14 foot out on the floor. And Clinton has regained the lead at 7-6. And a foul away from the basketball. And that's going to go against Ashdown. An offensive foul, trying to inbound the ball.
Moving screen against Ashdown. Going to go against number 3. Yellow Jackets have it right back.
4th team foul. Standridge behind the three-point line. This one's up. It won't go off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped around, still in the air, and Katie McJunkins comes down with it. Her sister, no, that's Reese McDonald on the drive. 2-point attempt will go. Standridge strong for the rebound. 2 defenders. Shot hits the bottom of the standard, out of bounds, and we'll keep it with the Yellow Jackets just in front of that big Yellow Jacket student section.
Sydney come in, made her presence known early, got a basket, and she's been hitting the boards hard. The Yellow Jackets, she kept that possession alive for Clinton.
And Standridge on the drive. Ball gets away from her low, goes out of bounds, and the official says it belongs to Ashdown.
$11 players for Ashdown suited up. I'm not sure how deep they are. That's what the Yellow Jackets trying to want to wear them down with the press.
Split 2 defenders in the press across midcourt. Pass ahead behind the defense. Shot up and in. 2 points for Ashdown. They regain the lead, 8-7.
Wally Thompson with her second basket.
Reese McDonald into the lane. Kick out behind her to Haven Stolzfus. 3-point attempt won't go. Rebound Ashdown. The Clinton shooting quick when they have the opportunity. 3-point attempts here early. Going to drive the baseline, beats the defender, off the glass, good. 2 points for Greenlee, 10-7. Biggest lead of the ball game for Ashdown at 3 points. Reese McDonald, Katie McJunkins, Lacey Bell McJunkins, Sydney Standridge, Haven Stolzfus. Reese on the drive, off the glass, good. 2 points, she has 5 total, pulls the Yellow Jackets within 1 at 10-9. Double team in the backcourt, steal by McDonald. She'll take it in and, off the rim. Ball goes out of bounds and it belongs to Ashdown. Couldn't get that one to drop. And Alexis Booher will check into the ball game as Haven Stolzfus will get a breather.
Booher with a wrist guard on her right wrist. She took a pretty hard fall to the floor Saturday in that game against Rosebud.
Up the floor against the press down the right side in front of the scorer's table. Loses control of the basketball. They'll pick it up and score. I think Coach Matthew Post thought there might have been a couple of opportunities for a turnover there. Instead, it's 2 points for Ashdown. Booher on the drive. Reach-in foul called off the contact with Ashdown. Their 5th team foul here in the first half. 1:19 to go in the first quarter.
Ashdown slowing down a little bit on defense, especially. That's had a couple of reaching fouls here just from fatigue a little bit.
Reese McDonald going to beat her defender. Drive, first shot's blocked, gets it back. Her second shot won't go. And a rebound inside by Ashdown. That's Gentry. Gentry gets it back in the lane, on the move, off the glass, good. Nice movement with the ball. Off the pass, able to score 14-9, under a minute to play, first quarter.
Gentry's first basket of the game. Biggest lead of the game now for Ashdown at 5.
Reese McJunkins for 3 from the left side. This one won't go. Standridge for the rebound. And it's out of bounds. Keep it with the Yellow Jackets.
Thomas re-enters the game.
Shot up won't go. And Ashdown with the rebound.
Clinton's had plenty of shots. Ashdown is definitely not any type of a lockdown defensive team.
Bounce pass down low to the post behind the basket. Squares up enough. to get out in front and put it off the glass good. 16-9, so a run by Ashdown here as we're nearing the end of the first quarter, their biggest lead of the ball game. Reese McDonald on the drive, gets tripped up, and I think that's going to be a foul on Ashdown. It is the team's 6th. Clinton's going to shoot free throws for the remainder of the first half. Those will be in the second quarter as we're winding down here. 12 seconds remaining in the first. So if the Yellow Jackets can get points on the board, the clock's going to kick down from 10. Reese McDonald, ball knocked loose. Lacey Bell McJunkins has it. 7-6. She's going to drive, get to the basket. Hey, count the basket and the foul. A chance at a three-point play with 5.2 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Good drive that left side. Lacey Bell has a good left hand. Got it to go off the glass, drew the foul. That's Gentry's second foul. That's the 6'2 center for Ashdown. The Jackets are 2 for 2 at the line as Lacey Bell lines up for one here.
Free throw is up and in. It's 16-12, 5.2. Now the Yellow Jackets have caused the Pirates some trouble on the press. If they could pick one off here and try to score in the final seconds. Kinley Keith's into the ball game. Bounce pass inside. They'll try to double team in the corner. They'll clear it out. 2 seconds near midcourt. And I don't think they got the shot off. It won't go regardless. And 16-12, your score here after one, round one. The Clinton Lady Yellow Jackets versus the Ashdown Lady Pirates. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Here we go, second quarter. And the Yellow Jackets going to pick up a foul on the drive. That's the first foul contest against Clinton here as we open the second quarter, trailing by 4.
Kylie Laster back in for Clinton. She opened the game starting lineup, played a couple minutes, came out, looked for her to get going here in the second quarter. Not in any type of foul trouble, only one team foul against Clinton. And Gentry almost got a third foul there going over the back of Lassiter. But Yellow Jackets will retain possession. Ashdown man-to-man. Yellow Jackets got plenty of shots in that first quarter. There's no shortage of shots. And now Ashdown forces a jump ball. They drop it inside. When Kylie turns, she's got a 6'2" looking at her when she turns. They came in from behind and created the jump ball, but it belongs to Clinton. Trailing by 4 as we start the second quarter of play. 16-12. Ball knocked away. Battle for it. Stofus runs it down.
And we'll reset with Katie McJunkins. The ball out top. Dribble down. Poked away again. This time Ashdown comes up with it. Quickly down the floor. Defense back. They'll pull up over to the left side. And back behind the three-point line. And drive the lane. Makes the move. Gets to the right of the glass. Shot up. Won't go. Kylie Laster with a rebound. She'll clear out to Lacey Bell McJunkins. Up the floor to Haven Stolzfus. It's going to go off her hands into the Panthers.
Yeah, not much there.
Earlier. It's the
Ashdown was
Panthers.
back. This number 20, this point guard, Randall. Now, she's quick. You can't get too close on her. She'll take you to the basket.
And the two-pointer for the Panthers up and in, 18-12.
Greenlee's got 4.
Ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Yellow Jackets.
Well, actually, maybe Kylie turned, shot fake, and put it on the floor. I think she's quicker than Gentry. But she's helping Gentry out by just shooting that turnaround jumper because Gentry's 6'2". Six-point lead for Ashdown, their biggest lead of the game.
Cross midcourt, Kinley Keith defending. Into the lane, spin, try to get it to Gentry, but it's off her hands, out of bounds, and it belongs to Clinton.
Kinley Keith into the game for the first time for the Yellow Jackets. Jackets with 3 sophomores on the court along with 2 seniors. Lacey Bell trying to come off a screen by Standridge.
Sydney in the lane. Shot blocked by Gentry. Kind of peeled off from the side. She's able to recover the basketball herself. Off to a teammate. Panthers across midcourt, leading 18-12. Just under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Into the lane. That might have been a double dribble.
Wow.
And I think Panthers.
I always say that's for high school officials. You never expect high school players to double dribble. I always call that one of the toughest calls, not because it's not easy to call, but because it catches you by surprise.
And missing the free throw. Dribbled down to the block right there, and looks like she stopped, started to dribble again, and foul called on the shot attempt. That's against Lacey Bell McJunkins. She's got both fouls that have been assessed against the Yellow Jackets here in the first half. Second free throw is up and in. It's by Rundle. And
Randall has 3.
12. Kinley Keith on the drive. Draws the second defender into the corner. Shot up by Lacey Bell McJunkins. Won't go. Had an open look there. Maybe some help defense left. McJunkins open in the corner. Clinton's had opportunities behind the three-point line. Missed shots here in the first half. On the drive, foul called, and that may lead to 2 more free throws for the Panthers.
Rendell, quick first step. Several times she's driven past her defender to the basket. You almost have to back off of her a little bit. Play defense, give her a step or 2. Jackets now with no fouls in the first quarter, quickly 4 here in the second quarter.
So not in the act of shooting on that previous call. Foul after the inbounds attempt, 19-12. Third personal foul, Lacey Bell McJunkins. So only 4, but 3 by the senior point guard McJunkins. And that may cause her to have some extended time on the bench. Coach Matthew Post, he'll play a lot of players. He's got that luxury, that opportunity this season. On the drive, foul called on Reese McDonald. 2 free throws coming up on this one. 15 foul.
5 fouls on Clinton in a little less than 3 minutes here in the second quarter.
And the first one up and in. The score is 20-12.
Shakira Greenlee, she's got 5. Keith checks out. Lassiter back in the game for Clinton. Kylie yet to score tonight.
And the second, so biggest lead of the ball game by either team. 9 points now, 21-12, Ashdown leading. Dribble into the lane. It's Booher to the left side. She'll get the shot off. It won't go, but she draws the foul, and the junior, Alexis Booher, will go to the free throw line.
Good drive off the handoff that left side. She split a couple of defenders, got to the basket, and she had a couple of really good games offensively up in Manila last week, and Alexa has 2 free throws here.
This is the first. She'll have a second. Gentry will return to the contest. 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Misses the second. Rebound to Ashdown. It's a big student section right there. Kind of had to be a little bit quiet here the last few minutes. They're looking for something to cheer for. Like you talked about earlier, great crowd last night. Good crowd today. Gentry's going to be fouled on her shot in the lane. She'll go to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
At that time, Randall, nice drive. Instead of taking it to the basket, she drew the help defender that was on Gentry, then dropped it off to Gentry for the shot. Yellow Jackets had to foul. Jackets have yet to score here in the second quarter. Jackets can't score, they can't press.
Misses the second, scores 22-12. Sydney Standridge with the rebound. Over to Reese McDonald. She's going to dribble down, toss it back out to Stolzfus. Haven's going to drive right side of the lane. Loses the ball. Then there's a collision with Gentry, and the official's going to say there was a travel. And it belongs to Ashdown. Coach Matthew Post wants a timeout. 4:35 in the second, trailing 22-12. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Out of the timeout, Ashdown Panther basketball. 22-12. They lead. 4 minutes, 10 seconds in the second quarter.
Jackets without a basket. We played 4 minutes of the second quarter.
Pass across the lane. Shot up. Won't go too hard. Gentry battling for the rebound. She gets it. Puts it up. Misses. Rebound. Second opportunity. Misses. She gets a third opportunity.
Big call here.
Fouled.
Where's it going to go? Stolzfus or Gentry. And it's going to go on Stolzfus. That would have been Gentry's third. She's big, has a wide body. She moves people around.
And she will go to the free throw line. 2 free throws. Second personal foul on Haven Stolzfus. Gentry gets the first. 23-12.
Greenlee checks out. She's got 6 points.
Misses the second. Rebound to Sydney Standridge. Outlet to Reese McDonald. Quickly down the floor. Dribbles from right to left. You got Standridge and Laster in the ballgame at the same time. Both those girls can play on the posts. It'll be Kylie Laster at a high post. Sydney Standridge pops out behind the three-point line. Reese McDonald on the drive, off the dribble, but a foul is called, and that's going to be an offensive foul. It's going to be a moving screen.
Yeah, on Kylie Laster, be her second. Nothing going right for Lady Yellow Jackets. Really our own worst enemy right now with the turnovers and poor shooting right now. Yellow Jackets have yet to score in the second quarter. Only down 11. Need to chip this thing down and get into single digits before halftime and get this crowd into the ball game.
Working behind the three-point line. Going to drive into the lane. Shot up left side, won't go. Laster for the rebound. They try to take it away from her, and a foul is going to be called on the Panthers. That'll be the 9th team foul. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity for the sophomore, Kylie Laster. Again, she's so strong, and when she gets a rebound, not often they're going to take it away from her. She might jerk the arm off if you stick it in there a little bit too far. This time the foul called. She'll go to the line.
Well, these are important free throws for one. The Yellow Jackets need to score badly, but they need to score and then be able to set up that press.
And the free throw is good. 23-12 for Laster. That's her first point of the ball game. 5 Yellow Jackets to score here. Not many points on the board, but it's been spread out between the 5. And Laster's second free throw is up and in. 23-14.
And now the Jackets can set the press, although I think there's a miscommunication there. As several players headed back down the floor.
Ashdown will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Out of the timeout, Ashdown basketball. Coach Matthew Post says, get your hands up. Ball knocked away by Laster. Boo her. Maybe Katie McJunkins there. She reaches in, tied up. Alternate possession. Keep it with Ashdown.
Jackets get the 2 free throws, get it back to 9. 2:48 left. They need to win this final 2:48. Get it back in a manageable distance before halftime.
Shot up, won't go. Rebound loose in the lane. Kylie Laster picks it up. Off to Katie McJunkins. Long pass down the floor, ahead to Booher. Defender right there. She's going to toss it up to Standard. She catches, shoots. Might have been blocked. It ends up out of bounds, and we'll keep it with the Yellow Jackets.
Ashdown's played about 7 players. They've rotated, so they're trying to keep some fresh legs on the floor. Clinton will have the ball under their own basket. There's Kylie, got her pinned. If we get the pass to her.
Standridge tries to get it into Laster. Ends up knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Ashdown.
Good pin that time. If you're watching on TV, there was no backside help, so you want to throw that lob pass over the defender and lead Kylie to the basket.
Katie McJunkins looks to inbound. She'll toss it back out behind the three-point line to Standridge. Sydney dribbles, right hand, left time. It's going to go left, take it into the lane. I think tries to stop near the basket. Maybe couldn't get her foot down in time. A travel and a turnover. 2:23 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Gentry was out on that position to get a quick break. She's back in. Also Greenlee back in. When Gentry was out, there was no backside help. He could have gone to Laster again there.
Three-point attempt from the right corner. Long, won't go. Gentry for the rebound, the putback, and the foul. A chance at the traditional three-point play. Standridge gets the personal foul. The team's, it's going to be the 9th or 10th for Sydney Standridge. That'll be her first with 2:11 remaining in the second quarter.
Gentry's one of those players you have to not only block out, but try to push backwards. If not, she'll push you up under the basket.
Gentry misses the free throw. Rebound, Kylie Laster. Off to Katie McJunkins. Haven Stoll-Swoosh for 3 from the left side. Off the glass, good. Three-pointer, 25-17. Yellow Jackets trail.
Not sure she wanted off the glass, but we'll take it. Back to 8.
Second three-pointer of the ball game by the Yellow Jackets. Drive in the lane. Ball comes loose. Standard has it. She's going to get down the floor. Clinton's got the number. Standard's on the right side. 2 defenders. And I think a reach-in foul going to be called on the Panthers. 10th team foul. So that should be the 2-shot double bonus, I believe, upcoming for the sophomore Sydney Standridge.
Just still on this end. Sydney picked it up, started a 3-on-1 fast break. Ashdown fouls her. Jackets back to the line.
Misses the first. She'll have a second. Alexis Booher out. Reese McDonald turns.
Jackets 5 out of 8 at the free throw line.
But she gets the second. 25-18 now. Up near midcourt, Katie McJunkins defending. Over on the right side, into the corner. Going to drive the baseline. Looks to Gentry. Steps out from the post. She'll put a shot up. Good. 2 points for Gentry. And that's going to be what's her 8th points in the ball game. Timeout. with 1:28 remaining in the second quarter, 27-18. Let's keep it here.
Gentry did not want to shoot that ball. She did everything she could to pass that one. The Yellow Jackets backed off of her, and finally she had to shoot it and knocked it down. And Gentry, leading scorer, we knew she was a pretty good player coming in, 6'2", and she's agile enough, and she's tough to guard on the inside, and she's strong enough that you can't really move her around. So Gentry scores there, and Gentry checks out again. She was out just a few moments ago for about a minute. She's got 2 fouls. Clinton down by 9 here. Other games this morning, Hoxie, a 40-point winner over Dumas this morning, and then Newport shocked on a shot at the buzzer by Glen Rose, and they lose 31-29.
Grace McDonald back to Stolz, who's behind the three-point line. This three-point attempt won't go off the back of the rim. Rebound to Ashdown. That's Randall with the basketball. She'll get it across midcourt, picked up by McJunkins there. Just over a minute remaining in the second quarter. Good ball handler, bounce pass, left side to the baseline. Back out high, Reese McDonald flashes for the steal, knocks into the backcourt. Ashdown's able to run it down. They'll get it back across. Randall has it. Top the key. Again, Gentry out of the ball game, so they've not quite got the post presence in the lane. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Ashdown, and it belongs to the Lady Yellow Jackets just below our broadcast position.
Look for Lassiter inside here. The last time Gentry was out, it looked like a miscommunication on defense by Ashdown. There was no backside help.
45 seconds. Katie McJunkins looks to go to the baseline. They'll cut her off there, pick up her dribble. Back out to Reese McDonald.
Kelly just posts on that low block.
She'll back up. Ashdown defense making it tough on the Yellow Jackets to get to the basket. There's the pass to Standard. She's on the post, left side. She'll spin, put it up, falls off the rim. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds, and belongs to Ashdown with 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 27-18. Substitutions for the Panthers. 3 players in, 3 players out.
Starters back in the game for Ashdown. Look like they're probably going to go for the final shot of the quarter with their A lineup in the game.
8 players have played for Coach James Smith. Back up near the mid-court circle, now down on the left side.
Greenlee, watch for Randall driving. She has the ball now.
3-point attempt from the corner. 4 seconds in the half, and it's good. 3-pointer by the Panthers. 30-18 as they'll head to the locker room. The Lady Yellow Jackets as well. Panthers by 12 here at half in round 1 of the 3A state basketball tournament here from Yellow Jacket Arena. So the Lady Yellow Jackets, Coach Matthew Post, they got some work to do. Talk it over at halftime if they want to keep their season alive. Again, it's state tournament time. You lose, unfortunately, your season comes to an end. You win, you continue to play for the dream of a possible state championship. A lot on the line here in the second half when we return from this one. We'll step away for just a moment, take a break. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Tonight's basketball game is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by TLC Bookkeeping, by Dr. Jamie Beavers and staff at Beavers Family Dentistry, by Subway Sandwiches of Clinton, by Miller Sanitation, by Ingram Tire, and by the Western Sizzler. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's basketball coverage on KHBQ.
And halftime here from Yellow Jacket Arena. Wednesday of the state tournament. We're day 3, actually, this year with the COVID protocol. State tournaments were kind of limited to 4 games per day as they try to separate out the games and the crowds from coming and going. So that puts the games at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. on the day. That gives time to play a ball game. Empty out the arena, do some deep cleaning around the unit, bring everybody back in an hour before the next contest, and kind of spreads things out. So unfortunately, you can't just come sit for a 4-game session and watch all the games at one time like in years past, but that also kind of spreads out the length of the tournament itself here. So this is still a round 1 game here on the 3rd day of the tournament. Both these teams looking to advance. Started with 16 teams on Monday, the girls and the boys, and we'll whittle that down as the week goes on. We'll play to the final 2 here at Yellow Jacket Arena before they advance on to the state championship. That to be held at Hot Springs, along with all classifications for that. So it's been an exciting week. Ashdown up. They've had to make a long trip. We've actually have some familiarity with Ashdown over the past few years. We've been there to broadcast the state baseball tournament. They've had quite a good baseball team down in the deep southwest corner of the state not too many years ago. So we've been there. We've played the Panthers in football. Very good team as well. And so maybe fortunately for this home crowd, they're not having to travel down. You got to go all the way down to take the interstate down to Texarkana and then head west about 20 or 30 more miles over to Ashdown. So a long trip. It's several of their fans decked out in purple here this afternoon as well. They've made that trip. And a host of Yellow Jackets in black and gold, the crowd here today. Coming off that big crowd we had last night with the Clinton senior boys. Actually, they fell in that contest to McGee. Their season came to an end, but a good crowd last night. They've kind of followed that up today here this afternoon in the contest to watch the Clinton senior girls. Well, arguably the most important half of the season for the Clinton senior girls and Coach Matthew Post, Coach Tammy Johnson, as they're playing for their basketball career, at least the seniors on this squad. They got to come up with a win to advance on and keep it alive. And for the second half, they'll send out Katie McJunkins, her sister Lacey Bell McJunkins, Reese McDonald, Kylie Laster, and Haven Stolzfus. 2 seniors, 3 sophomores on the floor. Clinton trails 30-18. And we are underway. Laster with the ball, hands it back to Katie McJunkins behind the 3-point line. Her shot won't go, and rebound by Ashdown. So the Yellow Jackets not shooting as well thus far in the game today. Missed some 3-point opportunities in the first half, and sometimes you think a team at home maybe has an advantage against the team traveling, but thus far the Yellow Jackets not shooting quite as well at home. And a quick 2-pointer inside for Gentry and the Panthers. Now they lead 32-18.
The first possession for each team was a microcosm of the first half. Yellow Jackets miss a 3. Gentry gets a close-in shot on the other end. So that's just how the first half went if you just tuned in.
Shot won't go. Rebound to the Panthers. White trimmed in purple. Yellow Jackets in the black trimmed in gold. If you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page, the live stream courtesy of Cowboy Dodge. First Arkansas Bank and Trust. And the pass down low to the post for Ashdown, putting off the glass is Parker, and Coach Matthew Post is going to take a timeout. First 4 points of the second half go to the Panthers, 34-18. Well, you talk about in games sometimes the teams weather the storm, and I don't know if there was necessarily a storm early on by the Panthers against the Yellow Jackets, but it was close early. Clinton had trouble scoring. Once they got to, that 11-point mark or 12-point mark, it was kind of all Panthers after that as they kind of gradually pushed out that lead in a relatively low-scoring half there. And so I don't know what you can do to kind of change things here in the second half. Of
course, they got to make shots. I don't have the shot chart, but the Yellow Jackets undoubtedly shot poorly in that first half, probably down around 30% or less, if I'm guessing. Right now they're being living and dying by the 3. Right now they're dying by the 3. But the Yellow Jackets, it's a double whammy because you can't press and put pressure if you can't score. And so the Yellow Jackets have got to find something offensively here and take advantage. It's not like Ashdown is a great defensive team. They're not preventing us from shooting the basketball. We're getting plenty of shots. We just got to start knocking them down. So you got to feel good about that. You can get a shot just about any time you want one.
Out of the timeout, pass to Reese McDonald. The assist from Lacey Bell McJunkins. McDonald
Good timeout by
scores.
Coach Post. That set play coming out of the timeout. Maybe that'll get the Jackets going.
34-20 now. The press, ball knocked up in the air. Panthers able to come down with it, and they'll get a chance to set the offense.
Down 14, you're not going to get them all back at one time. You just got to think about chipping away and get into single digits here.
Man-to-man defense by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Into the corner. Back out high. Hill with the basketball. Back into the hands of Randall. Gentry at the high post. Looks low, not there. Back to Randall for a three from the left wing. Won't go. Off the back of the rim. Inside Hill. Rebound. Kick it back out. And Randall will reset the offense. Pass to Gentry. Laster's behind her. Kylie Laster blocks the shot, but she's whistled for the foul. 2 free throws upcoming for Blair Gentry.
Gentry 2 for 5 at the line in the first half. Can't let Gentry catch the ball that deep, though. At 6'2", you just can't stop her if she catches it that deep. If she gets blocked or deeper, you almost, if you're Kylie, you got to slip around in front of her.
And the first free throw up and in. And the second, 36-20.
7 of 11 at the line for Ashdown.
Reese McDonald. Back to Stolzfus.
Now, Stolzfus, I don't know if took a shot to the face, but she is wobbly right now. The officials stopped the game, taking official timeout.
I think she's waving off the substitution, says she'll be okay as Sydney Standards popped up.
I think she's got a substitute because the official stopped the game.
Coach Matthew Post will call Sydney Standards back over. And
I guess they're going to waive that and go ahead and let her play.
Have a seat. She'll be all right. Haven Stolzfus, the third of 3 Stolzfus sisters that we've had the opportunity to call ball games for in the past years. Haley Stolzfus, Hannah Stolzfus are older sisters. For Haven, if the Yellow Jackets come up short today, this will be her final high school basketball game. But she's got a lot to play for. 36-20, ball out of bounds, and it goes to Ashdown. Full court press by the Yellow Jackets. Long pass ahead. Laster flashes for the steal, knocks it out of bounds. Keep it with Ashdown. One thing we've talked about it, when Clinton did need to do something to change how a game was going, was to maybe speed it up, press, defense, tempo, cause some turnovers. Now, they've done some of that in the ball game today. I don't know consistently, but that's kind of been one of the recipes for kind of turning the ball game around in their favor. On the drive, shot up, foul inside. Randall will go to the line for 2 free throws. Let's see who that foul is going to go against. Had 2 or 3 Yellow Jackets in the area. Kylie Laster was one of them, and she is whistled for the foul, and that's going to be her 4th personal foul. Laster with her foul trouble with 5:15 remaining in the third quarter. Randall misses the first. Alexis Booher will enter the ballgame. Reese McDonald out. Thus far, Kylie Laster stays in with 4 fouls.
Well, they did get the steals in that first half, though. They weren't converting them into layups. That was the thing.
Misses the second. We may have a lane violation. We do. That's going to go against the Yellow Jackets. We'll reset. Randall will get another opportunity for a miss. A Yellow Jacket player entered the lane prior to the basketball leaving Randall's hands. And the bonus free throw is up and in. 37-20. Lacey Bell McJunkins across midcourt. Into the corner. Booher. Hand-to-man defense by the Panthers. Haven Stolzfus just in front of the Yellow Jacket bench. Back to Booher. She wants to drive the lane, take on Gentry. Shot up, won't go, but she will draw the foul against Blair Gentry. And let's see, is that going to be her 3rd personal? With 4:46 remaining in the third quarter. That is her 3rd.
Yellow Jackets 7 for 10 now at the free throw line. That's Alexis' first free throw of the night, our first point. Sydney Standridge checks in. Kylie checks out with 4 fouls.
And the second free throw up and in, 37-22.
Need to get a steal here, maybe convert into a basket.
And the ball's deflected, maybe goes off the foot of Katie McJunkins. Ashdown to get another chance to inbound the basketball from the baseline. Full court press by the Yellow Jackets, all 10 players now. This end of the floor. Up the floor, knocked away momentarily, it looked like, and maybe they Ashdown able to poke it ahead. They'll keep the basketball. Randall with it into the corner. Looks inside. Gentry on the move. Left side of the glass. Ball stripped away by Katie McJunkins. Dribble down the floor. 2-on-3. She'll split 2 Pirates. Take it all the way. Off the glass. A little too hard. Rebound Ashdown. Katie tries to recover. And the Panthers clear, at least momentarily, and they'll have it.
Ball tipped away as Katie got up in the air.
Kind of good. She kind of split 2, let her go by, and then the back defender kind of just shied away from her. Katie she might have an unexpected good look at the basket there. Just couldn't get that one to fall at the end. Randall on the drive. She's fouled on her shot attempt. 2 free throws upcoming. 3rd team foul on the Yellow Jackets here in the second half.
Randall's going to drive to the basket. She's very agile. That time you saw she was going to avoid an offensive foul. Got the shot off, drew the foul.
First foul on Alexis Booher. As Randall looks into that Yellow Jacket student section.
Randall 2 for 5 at the line.
Gets the second to go, 38-20.
Gentry checks out with those 3 fouls. 3:55 left in the third quarter. Jackets need to make a move now with her on the bench.
McJunkins across midcourt. She's going to keep it into the lane. Now she'll kick it out to her teammate, Sydney Standridge. Sydney all the way into the lane. Shot up and drops it in. Sydney Standridge with 2. That's her 5th points of the ballgame, 38-24.
Need back-to-back baskets. Need to turn them over.
Randall with it. She'll get ahead of the press. Into the lane. Bounce pass ahead. Shot blocked by Stolzfus out of bounds. That looked like that was going to be 2 points on the press offense. And Stolzfus comes flying in to knock it out of bounds.
Gentry and Greenlee back in. Gentry on the bench for about 25 seconds, probably close to a minute after a dead ball catches a breath. Greenlee also checks back in. Ashdown rotating about 7 players, trying to stay fresh.
Inbound the ball deep. Randall has it. Into the corner, drive into the lane, moving right to left, up and in. That's going to be 2 points for Greenlee, 40-24, 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. Quickly down the floor. Standridge, top of the key. Gentry will give her some space. 3-point attempt by Standridge. Up, off the rim, won't go. Rebound, Ashdown. Gentry backed up to the free throw line, or stayed there. She didn't come out. Standridge's attempted 3 won't fall. Still 40-24. Gentry, Hill, and travel, and a turnover. Back to the Yellow Jackets. Reese McDonald returns to the ball game. And Haven let's see who's out. Haven Stolzfus, I believe. With 2:49 to go in the third quarter.
Jackets just have not been able to put back-to-back baskets together probably since the first quarter.
Lacey Bell McJunkins on the drive. She gets to the left side, reach in, trying to tie up the basketball. Instead, it's a foul that will be called on Randall. Ashdown, their second team foul here in the second half. That's her first. And Lacey Bell McJunkins at the free throw line.
Lacey's hit her only free throw of the night and misses that one. Gentry set to check in again.
She'll miss the first, have a second. That's Coach Bo Tillery. Identified James Smith earlier as the coach. James Smith is the athletic director at Ashdown. The rosters have his name as coach, but one of my good college friends, Coach Smith's wife, Sandy Smith. We were able to keep up with each other during the break there. Checked in with her on that. Ball's knocked into the backcourt. On the drive, shot up, off the glass, good. Nice finish by Greenlee, 42-25. Quickly going the other way, Boohurst shot. It's going to fall off the rim, rebound to Ashdown. It was contested, almost had the finish though. Deep pass down low, shot up, won't go. Rebound, put back, won't go. Gentry has an opportunity, won't go. And on the rebound attempt, foul called on the Panthers. Ashdown had 3 shots that time on the goal. They're going to end up with a foul. And if that goes against Gentry, it does. That's her 4th personal foul. So she has 4. Kylie Laster has 4 for the Yellow Jackets. And there's a timeout with 2:01 to go in the third. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Strong, dependable, ready for anything. The Clinton Yellow Jackets know what it takes to make a great team, and Grassroots Equipment is proud to support them. Take on the season with Massey Ferguson compact and utility tractors. They mow, load, handle hay, and more, all while delivering more of the power and versatility you've come to expect from Massey Ferguson. Experience the compact and utility tractors that will take you through the season strong at Grassroots Equipment.
On the drive, out of the timeout, her shot's blocked out of bounds. Keep it with the Yellow Jackets.
The Jackets come back. Remember that sequence. Ashdown had 3 point-blank shots, missed them all, and then Gentry picked up her 4th foul.
Ball gets loose. Panthers come up with it. 3-on-1 down the floor. Randall, pass ahead. Standridge defending. And a foul is going to be called on Sydney Standridge. And that will send Thomas to the free throw line for Ashdown.
Thomas had 6 points early. Vonnae Thompson hasn't scored since then.
Misses the first. And the second is up and in. 43-25 to score. Ashdown in front. Minute 44 remaining in the third quarter. Panthers drop back. We'll get it up the floor. Lacey Bell McJunkins, her sister Katie, as well. Dribble down. And a pass to Standridge. Off her hands, out of bounds. And back to Ashdown. Substitutions. But Kylie Laster was in the ballgame, maybe out of that previous break. Kinley Keith comes in. Haven Stolzfus to come in. We'll see who we end up with. Keith Laster, Katie McJunkins, Reese McDonald, Haven Stolzfus. If you're watching with us on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page, Huey Moran running the camera today here in the second half. Pass inside, big collision. Thomas goes down. Was that collision with Laster? I looked away for a moment. No, that was on Kylie Laster, and unfortunately that will be her 5th personal foul. She'll be disqualified from the remainder of the contest, and she will leave the ball game. Kylie having scored 2 points today, both from the free throw line. And the sophomore, she's strong inside. Sometimes that defensive posture will lead to fouls. Sometimes she's up against a lot of good players inside, and they'll take it to her. And she'll have to leave the ball game for today. Bounce pass inside. Hill with a shot. Won't go. Thomas throws it back in bounds. And Hill going to be shaken up on the play. After she drove in, went down to the floor, looked away for a moment. We'll stop play. She'll be 10-2 for the Ashdown coaching staff. Let's go ahead and take a break. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blaglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Left the ball game, but she was unable to put weight on her. I guess that's her right leg. So if it's an ankle or a knee, they may be looking at her ankle now. And it certainly doesn't look like she would be returning today unless something happens here. It's late in the third quarter. Hopefully she's okay for the Panthers. She'll be tended to on the sideline. City Standard's going to drive, and she gets tripped up a bit, stumbles, ball out of bounds. We'll see if that was in the act of shooting.
5 fouls on Gentry, and she's going to miss the final 8.5 minutes of this one.
So shortly after, the post player for the Yellow Jackets, Kylie Laster, fouls out. Gentry leaves the ball game as well, and she will leave with what she ended up with 12 points in the ball game today, 4 field goals, 4 free throws made. She was quite a presence for the Panthers.
Not sure why Gentry was in the game with a 17-point lead, or make it 18-point lead.
43-26, City Standards. What? She hits both free throws?
It's one.
It's one. 38 seconds, clock running, third quarter. Cross midcourt. Greenlee with it, defended by Katie McJunkins. Bounce pass down low, getting down the baseline is Thomas. Misses, gets her own rebound. Left side of the glass, puts it up and in.
Jackets just getting out muscle right now on the boards.
17 seconds, Katie McJunkins into the lane. She's going to be tied up. Alternate possession to Ashdown. Ashdown, so with Gentry out, doesn't look like they've got a true post player, but they're athletic. They can dribble, they can get around, and as the players kind of spread out, they can get to the lane. 2 seconds. Shot up, won't go. And that'll do it. The third quarter comes to an end. The Panthers stretch out that halftime lead. It'll be 45-20 seconds when we return for the fourth and final quarter. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
There'll be a final 8 minutes for the Lady Yellow Jackets to keep their season alive here at the state tournament. Round 1, taking on the Ashdown Panthers here at home. It was 16-12 at the end of the first quarter today. Since that time, Ashdown has outscored the Lady Yellow Jackets 29-14. They've doubled them up, kind of pulled away at this point. The Yellow Jackets going to have to do something to change the course of this ballgame. Sydney Standards inside, collision, misses the shot, rebound to Ashdown.
Yeah, Jackets outscored in that third quarter 15-8. The big quarter was the second quarter when the Yellow Jackets only scored 6 points.
Not much foul trouble to speak of, I believe, other than Kylie Laster out of the ball game. I think Lacey Bell McJunkins had 3 fouls in the first half. Scramble for it. Loose on the floor. I think going to be tied up. Alternate possession. Or did Coach Matthew Post get a timeout? Maybe he wanted a timeout, but it will be tied up. We might have had a timeout.
He got the
technical. I wondered if I saw. Okay, that is. Coach Matthew Post gets the technical. That may have been what he was trying to do, as he had a couple of players on the floor trying to recover the basketball. If you can get a timeout, save the possession before it's tied up. Instead, it's Ashdown to the free throw line on the technical foul, leading 45-26, and the first free throw up and in.
10 points for Vonnie Thomas.
Misses the second. It'll be Ashdown's basketball at midcourt just below our broadcast position, so no timeout assessed. 7:14 remaining. Coach Matthew Post, I believe he'll have to remain seated for the remainder of the broadcast, but for an official timeout, having picked up that technical foul. And it looks like, if you're watching on camera here as we open the fourth quarter at the end of the third, Yellow Jack's going to face guard Randall. She's in the corner. Haven Stolzfus faced with her. Neither player active in the ball game. So we're going 4-on-4 as the Yellow Jackets are going to try to keep the ball out of Randall's hands. Pass inside, shot in the lane, basket good. 48-26, the Ashdown lead.
Jessica Crucell with her first basket of the night. The biggest lead of the game now at 22.
Kinley Keith in. Reese McDonald, Haven Stolzfus, Sydney Standridge at the post. Katie McJunkins on the wing. Runner by Stolzfus, had a defender by her. Maybe it bumped, went to the floor. Ashdown with a rebound. Double team out near midcourt. Randall will come across midcourt. Again, Stolzfus has her in the corner then. Randall's going to try to get open to get the basketball. Foul called on the Yellow Jackets. And I believe that'll be the 7th team foul. Should be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Ashdown with 6:13 remaining. And that'll be the call. That's the first personal foul against Katie McJunkins in the contest. Misses the free throw. Rebound to Katie McJunkins. Pass ahead to Kinley Keith. Ball gets loose. It's in the lane. Tied up. Alternate possession to Ashdown.
Jackets just never got in sync today. It began in the first quarter. Got off to a pretty good start, scoring early. Got some turnovers against the press, but couldn't convert those. And then Ashdown took the lead, and the Yellow Jackets have not shot well today.
Lacey Bell McJunkins returns. She's a senior, along with Haven Stolzfus. Pass inside. Count the bucket. Thomas with 2, and she'll go to the free throw line. A chance at the conventional three-point play. 50-26 the score. And the free throw up and in. Junkins with the basketball. Back to her sister Katie McJunkins for 3. It's up and in. 51-29. Coach Matthew Post takes the timeout. 4:43 remaining when we return. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Clinton gets a three-point field goal from Katie McJunkins. Kind of been few and far between today. Only the third three-pointer made. She is the third Lady Yellow Jacket to hit one, along with Haven Stolzfus and Reese McDonald. Ball knocked away and picked up by Katie McJunkins. She can get down the floor quickly. It's going to be 2-on-2, left side. Cross the lane pass to Reese McDonald. Off the glass, good. And she's fouled. Count the bucket. A chance at a three-point play, 51-31.
It's been a long time since we had back-to-back baskets, and now Ashton will take a timeout as Yellow Jackets
Coach
got the lead to 20, 51-31.
Well, it's day 3 of the state tournament. Any updates as far as the overall tournament here at Yellow Jacket Arena?
Well, we got one more game tonight. That's going to be, if you want to see a up-and-down basketball game, come out tonight. Osceola and Dumas. Osceola, the number 3 team out of Region 2 where we were at, and the number 2 team out of Region 4. That'll be Dumas. Dumas, though, was the big winner down there all year long and got upset by Drew Central, who we played last night. So if you want to see a up-and-down basketball game, tonight's your chance as Osceola takes on Dumas. And, of course, we have a full day tomorrow, 4 games, tipping off at 10 a.m. 10-1, 4 and 7, both on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and again next Monday. So it's if you love basketball, this is your time of the year. And to come out and watch state tournament basketball this week. See some of the best 3A teams in the state of Arkansas this week here at Yellow Jacket Arena.
Yeah, it's been nice. Looking out, seeing a bus here or there on town. And it's doing that on Sunday, I remember. And
6 straight points, or check.
So if you had a run in you, here's 6 straight points. The time is now with only 5:15 remaining. Kind of a big hole to climb out of. Clinton still trailing 51-32. They may not be able to afford the Panthers much time off the clock. There is a double team near midcourt, and that'll force the Panthers to take a timeout, avoid a 5-second call. So if you can do that, force a potential turnover or timeout, you do that. If not, you may have to foul and keep that clock 5 minutes remaining.
As I mentioned earlier this morning, an exciting finish. Glen Rose at Newport. Newport came in as the 2 seed. Glen Rose a 3 out of Region 4. Low-scoring game. Newport led for most of the way, and then Glen Rose took the lead late. And then Newport came back with a basket to take the lead with 0.9 seconds on the clock. The officials put 2.6 up, and then Glen Rose got a shot off at the buzzer to win the game. Later on replay, it looked like that shot was about a half-second late.
Out of the timeout, inbound the basketball. Randall has it in her hands. Clinton's tried to keep her out of the ball game the last few minutes. She's a good ball handler. She has it. She'll dribble around, dribble away from a defender. Let's see if the Yellow Jackets want to foul. 4:34 on the clock. Taking almost 30 seconds. There's ball knocked away by McDonald. And she's tied up. Alternate possession to Clinton. So, a steal by the Yellow Jackets. It took 32 seconds off the clock. Maybe.
Good also about Reese, and there's Randall extremely quick, and then also Reese. That's 2 very quick players guarding each other at that possession.
Lacey Bell McJunkins all the way. Her shot's blocked out of bounds. She was the last to touch it as it went off her hands back to Ashdown. Randall gets it across midcourt, picks up her dribble, over to her teammate Greenlee. Lacey Bell McJunkins knocks it out of bounds. She's whistled for the foul. I think that's going to be her fourth. She picked up 3, I want to say maybe in the first quarter. Maybe it's not fouled since that time. Let's see. Well, they put a number 12 up on the board as Katie McJunkins leaves the ball game. Let's see if they clarify that at the scores table. I see Miranda Widener there, Jordan Benson, and Brian Henderson. They've still got a 12 up on the board, and Lacey Bell signals over 13. It's my number to the official, so they will correct that. That is her 4th personal foul. The team's 9th. So the next one will be 10, and the Panthers will be in the 2-shot double bonus for the remainder of the ball game. 4:06 to go. First free throw up and good by Thomas. And the second. So 6-point run by the Yellow Jackets, stopped with 2 free throws by Ashdown. 53-32 remaining, 4 minutes to go. Reese McDonald, quick 3-pointer, won't go. Rebound, Thomas takes it out of the air, gets it off to Randall, and Panthers back up the floor. Kinley Keith defending, Reese McDonald, giving chase, Greenlee, Randall, over on the right side to Parker. Pirates a pretty good job of passing the ball, keeping it away from the black and gold. A couple of players in each corner near midcourt. Randall was near the 3-point line, top of the key. The Yellow Jackets not fouling, unable to get the steal. Randall with it. Onto the right side, Thomas. Long pass across the lane. Knocked out of bounds by Reese McDonald. The Yellow Jackets just haven't been able to do anything to alter the course of this ball game since the second quarter. Toss it into Randall, deep, high. She takes the pass. Parker. And again, just kind of playing keep away. Good passing. Ashton's got good size, good athleticism. Now a turnover. As the long pass to Greenlee goes out of bounds. 53-32, 2:54 remaining. Still over in the corner, Aaliyah Hill. She left earlier with maybe looks like a right ankle injury. They may have her taped up or iced down. Sydney Standards behind the 3-point line. Thought about a shot. Didn't have good position. They'll toss it around. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDonald. It belongs to Ashdown.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets have not been one of their better days according to turnovers and shooting.
And when you get to this point in the season with the final 16 teams in Class 3A, you kind of say, well, everybody's good when you get down to the end like that. And when you have an off day.
Now, this is a team that won 18 games in a row from early December to February, so they're used to winning. Probably not the toughest conference in the state, but they won 18 straight. That's nothing to seize that. They're 23 for the season. And they're within 2 minutes of picking up their 24th victory of the season.
Ashdown with the basketball. Under 2 minutes remaining. And gets loose. Reese McDonald with it. She'll drive. Off the glass. Good. And she's fouled. Reese McDonald will have a chance at a 3-point play. And Reese McDonald is going to be the leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets today, it appears, as that's going to be her 15th point. 2 3-pointers. Field goal. She's got a free throw made today.
15 points. 10 of those here in the second half.
And she hits the free throw. 16. You know, I don't know. Without our good friend Jeremy Carson, it's been hard to keep stats as we have the past few years. The Yellow Jackets, I don't know. If we check with Coach Matthew Post, I don't know. I might not be surprised if Reese McDonald might finish as the leading scorer on the season for the Yellow Jackets. She just seems to consistently be in double figures throughout the year, and sometimes it's kind of quiet as she seems to score in each quarter throughout the ball game. She scored in 3 quarters of the contest today. And
Saturday she didn't score in the first half, and then, bam, she had 6 quick points there in the third quarter and went for double figures against Rosebud on Saturday. Senior Shelby Dawson into the game for Clinton here in the final couple of minutes.
So the future looks bright for Coach Matthew Post on this young squad. A lot of players returning after his first season here at Clinton High School. It'll be tough for these seniors, as you said. Lacey Bell McJunkins, Haven Stolzfus, Shelby Dawson, Madison Spear on the Yellow Jacket bench. Suffered that knee injury before the start of the season, and I think she's only been able to come out on the floor in her suit one time. Kind of had a ceremonial play, made a free throw in a ball game. She's been on the bench with her teammates at every game, but
I think Madison would have had a big year if she stayed healthy, because this style of play, I think, really fitted her skill set, able to run. She's very athletic, can jump, long arms, but that injury back in the preseason.
Jessica Crissell into the ballgame. 2 free throws for Ashdown, 55-34. Under a minute to play. 3-point attempt by Stolzfus won't go. Tipped out. Ashdown has it. And they'll get it across midcourt. And the 2021 basketball season is going to wind down for Clinton High School as the senior boys fell last night in their opening round contest against the McGee Owls here at the state tournament. The girls are going to come up short today against the Ashdown Panthers. But
well, if you can make it to March, you've had a good year. And both Yellow Jackets made it to March.
Ball gets loose. Katie McJunkins ahead to Haven Stolzfus. She scores and fouls. She'll have a chance at a 3-point play as she finishes out her high school career. 55-37. I think you said earlier, we believe this is the first time that both Clinton girls and boys have participated in the postseason state tournament at the same time, maybe since the year 1984.
Yeah, the first time for the girls since about 2011 under head coach Ricky Cooper.
Stolzfus gets the free throw. 55-38. And certainly how much fun that has been with the state tournament hosted here at Yellow Jacket Arena this year. And there's no guarantee your teams are going to make it, but that was the hope. They both did, and it's been a fun 3 days with both of these teams in the mix. The opening round, great crowd last night for the senior boys. Another good crowd today for the senior girls. We're down to the final 5 seconds of the season, and Ashdown will get the victory today, and they'll move on in the 3A state basketball tournament. The Clinton senior girls season will come to an end. As the senior girls, you look down and you see tears again by those seniors. Haven Stolzfus, Lacey Bell McJunkins as well, but they were gathered one final time at the mid-court circle for a post-game prayer. The Lady Panthers from Ashdown will come out, join them as well at midcourt as they circle up. If you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the Facebook page, there it is. And the teams will head to their respective locker rooms. Well, we'll take a break here. We'll add up some final numbers when we return, and we'll name the first Arkansas Bank & Trust player of the game. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Strong, dependable, ready for anything. The Clinton Yellow Jackets know what it takes to make a great team, and Grassroots Equipment is proud to support them. Take on the season with Massey Ferguson compact and utility tractors. They mow, load, handle hay, and more, all while delivering more of the power and versatility you've come to expect from Massey Ferguson. Experience the compact and utility tractors that will take you through the season strong at Grassroots Equipment. Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price, whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive. The team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com. The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Individual scoring numbers for the Panthers today in the victory. Looks like Aaliyah Hill finished with 5 points. She did leave the ball game with an ankle injury in the third quarter. Hopefully she will heal up and be able to make the return trip when the Panthers advanced to round 2 of the state tournament. 4 points for Jessica Crucell, 5 points for Randall in the ball game. We had 17 points for Bondi Thomas. No, 10 points for Thomas. I'm sorry. 17 points for Randall. 5 points for Crucell. 4 points. I got that mixed up a little bit. Parker with 2 and Blair Gentry with 12 points before fouling out of the ball game. So 3 players in double figures for the Ashdown Panthers. For the Lady Yellow Jackets, they had 7 players to score today, including 2 points before Kylie Laster before she fouled out of the ball game. 2 points for Alexis Booher. 4 points for Lacey Bell McJunkins, 5 points for her sister Katie McJunkins, 5 points for senior Haven Stolzfus. She had a 3 and a 2. 6 points for Sydney Standridge. And how about today's First Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game? You know, we had the opportunity for a couple of seniors in last week's ball game at the regional tournament between Haven Stolzfus and Lacey Bell McJunkins. How about today? We look ahead to the future. The leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets, Reese McDonald, today, 16 points. I'm not sure what her season high was. You know, we talked about her. She was often in double figures, but 16 points to lead the Yellow Jackets today, the only player in double figures. She always appears just so calm under pressure. You never see her get out of sync or out of sorts. Just kind of plays within herself, plays throughout the ballgame. She scored in 3 different quarters today. Leads her team, and certainly that's going to be a bright spot for Coach Matthew Post as he looks to next year and one of those returning players. So how about Reese for our First Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game? Appreciate their title sponsorship again this season of the Player of the Game. Stop by their branch located in the Northside Shopping Center and see what they can do for you. A full line of banking products and financial services. Tell them you've enjoyed listening to Yellow Jacket broadcast this season. They're a big part of making that happen. Also this year, They stepped up along with Cowboy Dodge in our first season of live stream video production here from KHPQ on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel and the KHPQ Facebook page. First Arkansas Bank and Trust also a part of that, and so certainly glad to have them along. Tell them you appreciate that and you enjoyed listening to the broadcast.
Yeah, Reese McDonald, a great choice, your First Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game. She had ended up with 16 points, 11 of those in the second half. And she has really stepped up as a sophomore this year. The transition wasn't too difficult for her, and we'll see much more of her over the next 2 seasons. And it's a predominantly young ball club, where we'll see as many as 3 and 4 sophomores on the floor at one time. So future looks bright for the Yellow Jackets. But today the Yellow Jackets fall by a score of 55-38. They trailed 16-12 at the end of the first quarter. Did not score for the first 4 minutes of the second quarter, and Ashdown stretched lead to 22-12 at the 4:35 mark. They led by 12 at the half, 30-18. Stretched the lead to 34-18 at the 7-minute mark of the third quarter, and then with the 2-minute mark of the third quarter, they were up 42-25, and they took a 45-26 lead into the final quarter, and the Lady Yellow Jackets could just never quite get back into this one. Did not shoot well from the floor and committed turnovers. And then when they couldn't shoot and score, they were not able to press and maybe create turnovers against Ashdown. The Lady Yellow Jackets in their season today with a 55-38 loss to the Ashdown Lady Panthers. Lady Yellow Jackets will end the season with 20 wins, though. They'll be 20-11 on the year. They went 10-4 in conference play, and they were number 2 in the conference. They were number 3 in the district tournament, and they came out of the Region 2 as the number 3 seed under first-year head coach Matthew Post. So the Yellow Jackets made progress this year as they make the state tournament for the first time since 2011. Hope they have now opened the door, and that'll be a common thing each year as the Yellow Jackets make it to the state tournament. Ashdown will continue their season now. They are 24-4 on the year, and we talked about it earlier. They won 18 straight games from December to February, so this team's been on a roll, although they're upset by Center Point last week in the regional finals. But Ashdown now 24-4 on the season. The future looks bright for Lady Yellow Jackets. The junior high team won 11 straight games at one point this year. Some of those girls will come up and help. And, of course, the 7th grade team undefeated, almost unchallenged in most games this year. And so girls basketball program looks bright as we move into another season next year. But this one ends a little shorter than we wanted it to, but it was a good year as the Lady Yellow Jackets break through, make it back to the state tournament, and they'll return a host of sophomores and juniors for next year's team. But we will miss seniors Lacey Bell McJunkins, Haven Stovefoos, Madison Spear, who was injured before the season started, and of course
Shelby Dawson.
Shelby Dawson, senior, all provided great things for the Yellow Jacket program since they were 7th graders, and now they will step away, and a new group of Yellow Jackets will now emerge.
And I think about Coach Matthew Post in his first season here with the Yellow Jackets, coming over from North Little Rock High School, one of the strongest women's high school programs in the state. A Class 7A, or is it 6A in basketball? But his first year, I remember, we had a football playoff game. We didn't broadcast the first couple of non-conference games in the season. I remember Sid saying, hey, we got to do a promo for the radio broadcast, kind of an intro about the season, about the coaches and stuff. And I was looking for a little preseason information, kind of thinking about what I knew about the squads. And then I was thinking Matthew Post, these early morning workouts, they're going to produce success in the team. They look, forward to a winning season. And turns out maybe that was the recipe for what they did. He got those girls going in the fall at early practices before school, and you could just tell by the time finally the season rolled around and they got to play some other teams instead of themselves, it looked like they knew how Coach Post wanted to play. They were up and down the floor, played tempo, got the ball down. They always seemed to be in the right place, the right position, made the right passes, scored, and did a fantastic job here in his first season as the Yellow Jacket head basketball coach. And the girls responded well to that. And, again, a lot of those girls returning next year. And so hopefully that's just a good foundation this year. They'll build upon that and a lot of success. The Clinton Senior boys as well. just one game short of a 20-win season. I remember thinking that with games missed through COVID and mid-season tournaments, I didn't know if they'd had enough games left to play to get 20 wins. They almost did, finishing with 19. I think that was also in our preseason promo about Coach Cole Gardner, how he's kind of established that as a marker for the program in recent years. Not only state tournament play, but 20-win seasons, and another successful season for Dill as well. A little bit opposite, though, of the girls. He's going to lose, 5 or 6 seniors out of the first 7 on that squad.
9 total.
It'll be a rebuild year, maybe next year, rebuild or reload. I don't know, however you want to call it that, but he'll miss some of those guys who had a great run here late in the season. But both teams did well. They finished strong. They hosted the state tournament. No guarantee to do that, but they both made it, and it certainly has added excitement to these first 3 days. Well, as my colleague said earlier, if you enjoy basketball, again, we're going to be down now, not the final 16, but the final 8 teams here coming up to play over the course of these next few days. Games at 10, 1, 4, and 7. 4 games a day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. You do have to purchase your ticket online. Again, one of the COVID precautions, kind of a touchless entry and not have paper tickets to hand out. So you can do that from your cell phone or your smart phone, your tablet at home through the AAA site, or you can link from the Clinton School District homepage to buy your tickets for any of the games. But you can also walk in the door, and we've got an attendant at the front table who all you got to do is be able to provide them a credit card number or something like that, and they can purchase the ticket for you online and get you in. So come out and enjoy the best basketball in the state, Class 3A, over the next few days. And look forward to you. If you can't be here, I think you can link to the broadcast through the AAA site. There is video production of the ball games, and you can go through the AAA app or AAAscoreboard.com. You can watch the broadcast as well, but still be a lot of good basketball to play, and hopefully you can be a part of it.
Well, wrap up another season for me and you as far as football and basketball goes.
Season 14.
14 seasons. It was definitely a successful year on the basketball front as both teams make the state tournament for the first time since 1984. Bigger and better things probably coming in the future. And the program is bright. All aspects of Clinton athletics are bright. The baseball, softball teams are off to great starts. And the volleyball team, track teams are solid. And then we finished the basketball here. And
well, how about a little announcement? You may have said it already, but if I remember in past years, you kind of closed off your part of the final season broadcast by saying, we'll see you next year around Labor Day when the Heber Springs Panthers, we'll be taking them on in football. That's not the case this year. I think we already know we're going to have the opportunity to do some more radio throughout the spring.
Yeah, big news when we were waiting for it's official, but it looks like it is official now, and we will have for the very first time regular season Clinton Yellow Jacket baseball, also probably some softball games, and both those teams are off to good starts. So that'll be on the Ride 94.7, and those games used to be in the afternoon from 4 to 7, and so it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Jeff Hall, when he can, will be jumping in there probably, and but we'll be down at the old ballpark this year as the Yellow Jackets baseball for the very first time regular season coverage of the Yellow Jackets. We've done postseason play in the past, and those have been really successful, the good teams, and we had great audiences, and the sponsors have jumped on, and Yellow Jackets, the community supports the Yellow Jackets, and they've jumped on for radio coverage of the Yellow Jacket baseball team. Look forward to that. We'll pick up probably conference games as soon as this basketball tournament's over, and so looking forward to that, and Yellow Jacket baseball.
Hey, it's been a fun year. And, again, thanks again that we were able to add video this year. Sid King made a big investment in we've got top-of-the-line video gear for these productions that we've had. When there's been technical difficulties, it's either been our fault with the crew or it's been internet connections. The equipment is fantastic, as good as you could find anywhere. Cowboy Dodge, First Arkansas Bank and Trust, a big part of making that happen, along with all of our sponsors. Ryan Jones came along this year to be our video engineer. Hugh Moran with us. Those two guys ran the cameras this season for football and basketball, and that's been a nice touch. I know I noticed on the Facebook link on, I think it was Saturday from the regional tournament, when I was looking near the end of the girls' game, there were 97 folks viewing just through the Facebook page watching that. So hopefully you folks at home that couldn't travel or just didn't need to get out during this season of football and basketball, they've been able to watch the video, and that certainly has been a nice
I think we mentioned on that Friday night at Manila, I believe there was people in Texas, Florida,
Pennsylvania,
Alabama, and Pennsylvania watching the ball game. So Sid's investment in the live stream and the World Wide Web allows Yellow Jacket fans all over the country to access Yellow Jacket sports. And we also better wish our old buddy Ryan Jones well. He'll be heading off to boot camp pretty soon.
Next week, he says.
Yep.
Now he's been gearing up for a while now. He's been
joined the
working
Arkansas
out.
National Guard, heading off to boot camp to serve his country, and he's definitely done a great job for us here on the live stream all season long. Because me, maybe you, but not me, could ever hook this thing up. But Ryan Jones can.
Well, Ryan, come by and say hi to us whenever you get the opportunity. And
we want you back in the booth football season. So. All right.
Well, that'll do it, folks, for our broadcast position today until baseball season. Thanks for that. For Sid King, getting everything set up and going, ready to roll. For Kelsey Robinson, our studio engineer. Sometimes Ron Robertson coming in. We even had Keith Parrish last week on that Saturday afternoon special joining us. For Ryan Jones and Huey Moran are running the live stream, the video contest. For my colleague, again, I'm Jeff Hall. Thanks for tuning in today. You've been listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Thank you for joining us for exciting Yellow Jacket basketball action on KHPQ. Brought to you by First Security Bank, Justin's Collision Repair and Towing, Conway Regional Medical Center, Joe Lee Chevrolet, the River Insurance Company.